Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of our Mercedes Sprinter camper conversion. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to show you how to build some Sawhorses. We've gone out this morning and bought all the plywood that we need to build the interior cabinets of the van. So in order to be able to cut this in a proper way, we're going to need to build some Sawhorses so that we can put the ply on top, be able to run our circular saw down inside. So we just thought we'd give you a quick video on how we're going to build those Sawhorses and how we're going to use them. So the first thing that we've done is we've got some 2x4 timber here. Picked this up from a timbers merchants this morning. You can just use any scrap pieces of timber. 2x4. If you've got any lying around in a garage or a shed, it's handy, or if you haven't, you can go out and purchase some. We picked up 5 lengths of 2.5 meter 2x4, or 50 by 100 mil if you want to go metric, and then we've cut those down into various different lengths. So what we have here is we have 10 lengths of 760 mil, and then we have 4 lengths of 810 mil. The 760 mil pieces are going to be used as an I-frame and the legs, and then the 810 mil are going to be used in the bottom of the I-frame just to give it that bit of extra support. So let's go ahead and start drilling those together. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to create this I shape. So this is 2 of the 810 mil pieces with a smaller piece of the 760 mil inside. You want to insert the 760 mil piece right in the middle, and then we've put a 22 mil gap either end here just so it sits down the middle. And then what we're going to be doing is screwing through the top so that this becomes an I section piece of timber. We're going to be building 2 of these. These are the top of the Sawhorse, and then the legs attach onto the side of here. So we've drilled a small pilot hole, just 3 pilot holes along here, and then we're just going to be driving some of these 5 by 80 mil screws in just to hold the bits of wood together. This will give us a nice sturdy finish. So there we have our I-beam together. Now for the legs, all we're going to do is get one of the other shorter pieces, put it in an angle like this, and then just drive a few screws just into this piece here. We'll obviously be doing 4 of these, 2 on this side and 2 on the opposite side. So there we have all 4 legs attached now to our I-beam. We have one of the Sawhorses built. So the next step is just to build an identical one for the other side, and then this will provide us with a nice stable platform then to put our plywood on top and be able to cut the circular saw down through. Having a nice sturdy platform is really handy to be able to put some ply on top while you're cutting it, or while you're using a jigsaw or a circular saw in. Very simple but effective design. These should last for years. This 2x4 timber's very strong. You can put quite a bit of weight on top of these. They take quite a battering as well. So there we go, we have both Sawhorses now built. The other added advantage of these is that they are stackable, so for easy storage you can just stack 2 on top of each other, or more if you want to build more. If you want to have 4, 3, you can just keep stacking them up. So these are going to be really handy for putting pieces of ply on top. We're going to show you how we use them. We've also bought some handy clamps which we'll be able to use as well. Just to give you an example of how we're going to be using these, just set them up in the garden, just put a piece of ply on top of here. This is just a scrap piece of ply for now, but it just gives you an idea of how you use them. Really handy if you don't have any internal workbench that you can use if you want to use them outside, or if you do have a larger space inside that you can use them. Really cost-effective way of doing this. Probably cost us about £20 all in all, and we went out and bought some new pieces of wood, some new screws. So yeah, a really handy addition rather than having to balance it on the side of anything or try and cut it on the floor, which can be quite dangerous. So be really useful for when we're doing interior panels for inside the van, which is our next job. The other useful thing that we picked up today were these quick clamps. Picked up 2 of them from Toolstation. We'll leave a link in the description below to where we picked them up from, but they're really handy. Some quick clamps, you can open them up, and then just to close them you just squeeze this little handle here and they get closer together, and then to loosen off, flick the little clip here and then they slide back. So what we'll be using these for is for this similar sort of thing, putting it on here, squeeze the handle a few times, and then it gives you a nice solid piece of wood that you can then run a circular saw, draw lines down. It just holds it all in place. We've got another one down this end just holding this piece of wood in. So a couple of handy bits done today which will allow us to start building the interior cabinets. So that's it for another episode of our Mercedes Sprinter Camper Conversion. I hope you found this useful. Bit of a different video today, so let us know whether you like it by giving us a thumbs up, leaving us a comment in the bottom of the video. These handy little tools, handy little tips and tricks just make your life easier when you're building out the van. We're going to find these really useful in the future videos, and we'll be using them quite a lot. Remember, if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. We'd really like to thank everyone that has subscribed to our channel. We're really pleased that you're following along and liking everything we're doing. As always, we'd love to hear your comments, so if you've got any comments, any tips and tricks for us, anything that you think we've missed, leave those down in the comments and we'll get back to you. So until next time, we look forward to seeing you. Bye!